A Walmart cashier, 82 years old, retires after TikTok raises $100,000. So let's get right into this because this is a heartwarming thing, hopefully. So, an 82-year-old U.S. veteran and Walmart cashier is finally able to retire after an unlikely act of goodwill. Warren Marion from Cumberland, Maryland received a check for $108,682 or 89,000 euros last week thanks to the generosity of online donors. A GoFundMe had been set up for Mr. Marion by Rory McCarty, a small business owner with a big following on TikTok. A video he posted of them both in December has been viewed over 3 million times. Mr. McCarthy wanted to help Mr. Marion, a U.S. Navy veteran and widower, to do the things he would love to do. He said in his GoFundMe post launching the campaign last month. He owns an extermination business called Bug Boys along with a popular TikTok account. He has some 300,000 followers with the same name where he posts videos of crawling critters. He said he felt inspired to try and help the elderly veteran using his social media platform because of a similar sex story he saw on TikTok. Another 82-year-old Walmart worker was able to retire unexpectedly thanks to a widely shared video and an online fundraiser. As a business owner, I was astounded seeing this little older man still grinding. Working 8 to 9 hour shifts, Mr. McCarthy said on the GoFundMe page. The campaign was a success, and Mr. McCarthy met his fundraising goal within days, and people continued to contribute. Last week, Mr. Marion had his last day on the job after giving his 2 weeks' notice, and local news media captured the new retiree walking into the Walmart parking lot with balloons and being greeted by the applause of loved ones. The first word out of Mr. Marion's mouth after he handed the check was, "Wow." He told the Cumberland Times News in December that the funds would pay off his house and allow him to travel to Florida to see his children. "All I can tell you is the good Lord has blessed me for what I did in my younger years," Mr. Marion told the newspaper. So this was like a pretty heartwarming thing, and here's the thing. You really need to manage your finances correctly or well enough to where you're not forced to basically be in your 80s working at Walmart. Because do you really want to be working at Walmart when you're in your 80s? By the way, I want to thank this guy for his service because, man, the amount of stuff that he's probably seen over 82 years is probably pretty insane. Let's see. Is there anything else? No. Looks like that might be the only thing. That is pretty interesting. I do like this stuff. Now, here's the thing. One way that you could pretty much avoid being in his position at 80 years old, 82 years old, is one, be debt free. Two, put money towards your retirement, like a Roth IRA, 401k, that sort of thing. Next, try to invest in things that will eventually provide you some sort of monthly cash flow, at least. And the reason why I say that is because being debt free allows you to have a lot more cash available to you to where you could invest for your retirement and have other investments to provide you with this sort of income. And you want this sort of income coming in at a pretty consistent time frame so that you can live a life without worrying about paying your bills. Because if you got no debt, you owe nobody nothing, you got money in the bank and you got money in stocks and real estate, and also every single month or week or every 4 months or whatever, you're getting a decent sized check to your account or a deposit into your account where you can live off of that money, that is basically the ideal situation. Because technically speaking, if you're able to reach that equilibrium where you have more passive money coming in every month than is going out in terms of your expenses, you could technically retire right then and there, financially speaking. So we really want you to get debt free. We really want you to save up money. We really want you to invest your money. And we really want you to provide yourself with some sort of consistent income so that you're not forced to work in Walmart, right? Now, if you want to work at Walmart when you're older, just because you like the social interaction or something to do, feel free, go ahead and do that. But the idea of being forced to be in a situation where you're having to deal with that sounds absolutely sucky to me. Now, here's the thing. What this U.S. veteran, Warren Marion, did, which I do really like, right, is that he plans to pay off his house. And the reason why I like that is because, well, one, him being an 82-year-old veteran, he is getting Social Security, he is getting like being a vet retirement, right? Because I'm assuming he served long enough to get retirement from the U.S. military. So if that's the case, then we're talking potentially anywhere from like 40,000 a year all the way up to like $80,000 a year in just pure retirement income, right? Now, obviously, I do not know exactly how much he's making per year, but it's probably actually a decent amount that he's getting passively. I think more than likely he's probably making about the 50 to $55,000 per year retirement income in terms of Social Security combined with military retirement. And now that he doesn't have his house cost in terms of like his mortgage, that frees up so much money in his life that he could use money to go visit his family down in Florida. He could use this money maybe even to buy a cool car that he's always wanted for his whole life, right? He could use this money to just enjoy himself, buy some maybe nice food for himself. Like having this excess cash that is going into his account and not necessarily going to the bank to pay off a debt is a pretty nice feeling, right? So I really do like what he did. I think his decision was actually the best decision for him in his situation because, again, of the potential retired income that he's actually generating. Because imagine if you were making $50,000 a year passively without you having to do anything to like for that money and you had no debt. You get $50,000 a year and no debt at all. Like depending on how you live your life, like you could easily live a pretty good life on that income, especially since you're not having to actively work for it.